care in the world, right? He didn't have a single worry in the world. He was bright, positive, and happy. And that kid was me. Back then, my life was a perfect, sparkling, sunny day. I was the center of my parents' universe, and I believed that I was special than anyone else in the world. But this kid in the photo had no idea that a massive storm was about to hit his house. And it wasn't a kind of storm with rain and thunder. It was a kind of storm that changed his whole world forever. In 2019, I saw clouds coming. My mommy's belly was growing bigger and bigger every day. And my family members, teachers, and other adults started talking about the new baby in my mommy's belly. It felt like the clouds gathering in a sunny day. But sadly, I couldn't prepare my emotional umbrella. And one day, everything changed. On the day my brother arrived, everything felt different. I felt confused and a little jealous. I felt confused and I was left in a desert. And my house was no longer quiet. Instead, it was filled with a new loud sound. Sudden cries of baby felt like thunder in my peaceful life. I suddenly had to share my parents' time. I had to share their attentions. I wasn't my parents' universe anymore like I was before. They didn't have the time or energy to look after me that they used to do before. I suddenly had to share their love half and half. Not only this, suddenly my house became more louder and more chaotic. Toys were everywhere and my brother cried a lot at first. I felt confused and a little jealous. It felt like my sunshines in my life had disappeared. And I expected the rainstorm would be coming soon. Sometimes I felt left out. Sometimes I wondered if my happiness had disappeared. And I felt like I couldn't stop the rainstorm. And I felt like my whole world was being washed away by this rainstorm. I didn't understand why my world had to change so suddenly. Later, I realized that many older siblings go through the same experience too. My story wasn't unique. When an older sibling experiences a new younger sibling, they often experience a strong emotional storm. Suddenly, the sunny world they once knew begins to change. At first, I thought the hardest part of having younger brother was losing things. I thought I was losing my space. I thought I was losing my quiet time. I thought I was losing my attention I used to get from my parents. It felt unfair. Sometimes I didn't want to share. Sometimes I felt angry for reasons I couldn't even explain. Sometimes I just wanted things to go back to before that they used to do. One day, after school, I got a call from my parents that they would be late. Like any other days, I just wanted to rest and watch TV. But then, my younger brother came over and started bothering me. I felt annoyed and just wanted to be alone, so I stood up to go to my room. But he kept following me. No matter how fast I walked, he kept coming after me. And when I turned around, he was smiling at me that I was the most interesting person in the world. In that moment, it felt like everything paused for a second. I don't know why, but something inside me shifted. Until then, I only saw him as a problem. Someone who made my life more noisier and more difficult. But in that moment, I started to see something different. Without even noticing it, I was learning something called empathy. Empathy is more than just being nice. It is the ability to step outside of a feeling for a moment and imagine what this person might be feeling. Maybe this person is struggling too. Or maybe this person needs comfort and kindness more than I realized. Every time I share my toys, I was not giving something away. I was learning how to share. Every time I had to wait while my parents took care of him, I was learning patience. Every time he cried and I chose to calm down instead of getting angry, I was learning how to care someone smaller and more vulnerable than me. And little by little, I started to change, not in a big and dramatic way all at once, but in a small and quiet ways. I became more patient. I became more understanding. I became someone who can notice what this person might be feeling. This is not just my personal story. Research following hundreds of families shows that if siblings can shape each other's hearts while they grow up. A major study from a University of Calgary found that if one sibling shows kindness and more understanding, the others becomes more empathetic too. That means siblings do not just grow next to each other. They grow up because of each other. They help them shape each other's heart. And when I learned that, it made me think of my own life in a different way. Before, happiness means having everything in my way, but when my brother came into my life, it became something more deeper and more meaningful. I stopped asking why is this happening to me and started asking how can I help him. Instead, I began sharing, protecting, and helping someone smaller and vulnerable than me. We laughed in a louder house, and maybe this is the most powerful lesson that families can teach us. Love does not shrink when it is shared. My parents' love did not disappear. It did not become smaller. It became bigger. And in the same way, my heart became bigger too. This is a picture of me and my younger brother. Now he's grown up and we even go to the same school together. Looking back now, I understand what I couldn't see when the storm first began. I used to think my brother had taken something away from me. But in reality, he gave me something much bigger. He taught me patience, he taught me empathy, he taught me a new understanding of love. And more importantly, we've been growing together. What once felt like loss became a growth, not just for me, for my whole family. Just like the sky becomes clear after the rain, my heart became clear too. Sometimes the hardest change in our life are not there to break us. Sometimes they're there to become us more stronger and kinder and more open-hearted. So if you're in the middle of your own storm right now and everything feels unfair,